Hi, and a bit of a different setup again. And I was going to come up here and work on my Squirrel's treasure box, but today in the mail, I got an order from Amazon, and I thought I would share it with you. This is Wan Shui Oily Color Pencils, and on Amazon, they are $25.99 Prime, which I thought was a good price to begin with. But I have so many colored pencils. I have Prismas, I've got Marco, I got a whole bunch. But these are all, you know, individual colors. Said they weren't duplicates. I mean, they look beautiful. And there's tons of colors. 168 pencils, more than I'll probably ever even find my way through, to be honest. $25.99. But there was also a $5 coupon. And to use the $5 coupon, I had to buy 2 things. But this thing is these Wan Shui sketching pencils. Like this is a 6B. This is hard, soft, you know, a whole bunch of different drawing pencils. These are $7.99, but by buying both of these items, I got this one free. Plus, I got the $5 off coupon, so I got this whole package for $20.99 plus tax. I mean, you can't beat that. I couldn't say no. I guess they know what they're doing. So, I thought I would share that with you. I don't know if everybody's Prime comes up the same or what, but it's worth checking out. And that is, and I also do place my orders on smile.amazon.com because that also allows Amazon to do a charitable donation based on my order, and you can select your own charity, and mine's the Wounded Warrior Project. But I think that that's wonderful, and it's not something I'm paying. It's Amazon donates to that charity for me based on a percentage on my orders. I mean, it's not a lot, but you know, it's something. And I think Wounded Warriors have gotten nearly $4 million from Amazon, so it's not to be sneezed at either. So I thought I would share that with you. I thought this was pretty cool. Yeah. I got a few other things, but this was the only artsy stuff. So I thought I'd share that. And now we will go on and I will work on Squirrel's treasure box. Let me get it set up. I thought before I start doing any coloring, I would show you some of my colored pencils. Now these are Prismacolors. I've been using colored pencils for a very long time. Not so much coloring, but coloring as actually doll art and doing doll faces and various other things. It's amazing how many worlds there are for these art products and multimedia. But some of these are really old. They're the barrel. Of course, now I'm looking for one. Barrel Prismacolors. Other ones are the Prismacolor Premieres. And I haven't even sharpened some of them because I was buying some as individuals. Some of them say they're Sanford. And then I also have a set of color erase Prismas that I really like. And at one point, this aquamarine was being sold like clearance style. I think at AC Moore they must have had an overabundance of them. So I know I picked up a few of those. But I really love my Prismacolors. Yeah, this is one of the old barrel Prismacolors, made in the USA. These didn't break. There was no problems with these pencils. At least I didn't have any. And then they stopped manufacturing them in the United States, and they cheaped out where the cores weren't connected to the wooden casing, and so there was breakage. But didn't stop me from buying new sets, because I have a couple of sets. I have very thins, and I have another set of Prismacolors in a pencil case. I have, I guess, too many things, but I'll never say that, I guess. It's enough. It makes me happy, and life is too short to not be happy. So anyway, I have my Prismacolors. I have a few other types of colored pencils too. And I have crayons. I have some Crayola colored pencils, and I have watercolor pencils, and I have Intense pencils. And I've been trying to decide how I want to continue with this picture. I pulled out some of my gel pens. Some of them are sparkle and some of them are metallic. So I might use gel pens. And I have all different kinds of gel pens too. So we'll see where those come into play. But I thought to start with, I might actually do a little bit of background and maybe some color washing of the bigger areas. So I'm going to have to get out some acrylic paint and find a brush that's the right size, and I will be back. Okay, well, I found this little palette tray, which will work. I usually use a plate, but I'm going to use this because I have it, and I've had it for years. That is just my studio acrylic craft paint in the color Velvet. My camera doesn't want to focus lately. Velvet Gray. So I thought that might be good for filling in, base coating the rocks. And then, I'm trying to not to get this all over me. This is Anita's all-purpose acrylic, and it's leaf green. And you will see that and I'm only putting a really small amount in the, I got it on my hand, so I'm off to a good start. I'm only putting a very small amount because I'm going to water these down, because I just want to do acrylic paint washes. I've been watching Dee Dee Willingham, and I want to try that. And I probably have a completely wrong idea, but hey, we'll see. Now this, most of my stuff is just so old, because I've used it for years. This is also leaf green, but as you can see, those two greens are close in color, but they're not the same. Oh, let's see. And then I've got some Robin's Egg Blue. I was thinking that I'd like to keep it kind of dark, but, I mean the sky. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of light blue in. And then I'm going to use a burnt sienna. Just acrylic craft paint there also. And that is, I think, for the tree. And I have no idea if this is going to work. That's a little loose. Oh well. But we're going to try it and see what happens. If it goes wrong, as long as it's not horribly wrong, we'll be able to recover anyway. So I've got a bottle. It's just a spray bottle, and it has water in it. And I don't want to spray it on top of my book. So I think I will just pull my cutting pad that I use under my page. Okay, water that down good. Make it very loose. I don't want this to be dark. I still want to be able to see the coloring book lines through the color. I'm a little concerned about the gray paint, but we'll see. Okay. I probably shouldn't set it all out at once, but I like seeing my colors. Okay, and then I have a couple of brushes. Let me set that out of the way for a minute. Put this back. It's dry. Put it back underneath my page. And, excuse my arm. Grab my paper towel that I wipe my paint off with. And I just have an angle brush. It's a short angle brush. And I am going, it has plastic handle because I like the plastic handles the best. I've had this a long time. It's one of the ones you can buy in a set, probably at Michael's or Joann's or someplace. It's a Languid nickel, I think. Okay, so I've got my brush, pretty just damp. And I think I'm going to start base coating the tree. I'm just trying to decide now if I should go around the leaves. Yeah, I'm going to try for the most part to go around the leaves. Let me put some brown on here. Put that up where you can see it. Wish me luck. I'm not sure. I'm going to try. And I'm going outside the lines a little, but that's okay. I will survive it. The coloring book police aren't going to come and take me away. And I will be going over this with colored pencils the way I did with the treasure box. It's a little darker than I wanted it to be. I got my paper towel and just gonna soak some of that up. There. If I go over the leaves a little bit, that's okay too. Just adds a little more depth to the leaves. Who says that? Me. And trees have bark, so if I have to, I might put a little bark texture on. I don't know. I'm just going with my flow. I find it really hard to do something like this on a video. I'll try not to get too much on the little mushrooms. I'm just going to take off the side there. Okay. I think that's enough of that. I have my water kind of up north of my tripod, so I'm just reaching up there to clean my brush out. Okay, so that's that. Let me see if I have a, yeah, I do have a smaller brush. I think I'm going to use a smaller brush because I'm going to take this gray color, which is right here, mix that around a little bit. It's very dark. I'm almost tempted to put some white in. Yeah, maybe I'll add a little bit of white, see if I can't lighten that up. I don't have any white over here. Hang on. We'll go and, oh, there it is. It is right there. And the white I have is Craft Smart acrylic paint. And these are just regular acrylics. There's no gloss or satin. It's just plain old craft paint, because it's the stuff that the colored pencils will go on the easiest. I'm thinking that might need a little more water. Excuse my arm. Just to loosen it up a little more. That one seems a little thick. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. Can you see where, yeah. And this is just a base coat. I'm thinking I could probably put a little moss on there. This is a little dark, but that's okay. I'm not worried about the lines or anything else, the paintbrush strokes, because that's all gonna have other stuff on top of it. Not too bad. Trying to decide if I should keep the paint above the design that's on these rocks, or if I should just go right through them. And I think as light as that is right now, I'm just going right through it. Okay, well, I'm going to rinse my brush out a little bit, because that seems to be getting a little bit dry and a little crusty maybe. Okay, and one more rock anyway. Let's see. I know, holding my breath, sorry. Today is my granddaughter and her boyfriend's 1-year anniversary, so what she was telling me was that they are going out to dinner tonight. So, let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to base coat some of the leaves in. At least the bigger ones. I'm just going to give them a little bit of this light color, which is also kind of thick. More water, please. Okay. I want it really soupy because I don't want it to be a dark color. It's just a base. So I'm just going to wipe some of the paint out of my brush and get it wet again. And take it back in there and just pick up there. That might be better. There. And we'll just give it a light coat of the leaf green. And I kind of like where, you know, sometimes it's a little darker, sometimes it's a little lighter. That looks kind of cute, cool. I'll just put it in the center. There's that. Okay. I see a spot that I need to do a little bit of brown in that tray. There's that. This is a little bit of the darker green, which I might do some of my berry caps with. Those are here. And then in the video, in that last video where I was doing this trunk and I said that I was picking up yellow, I don't know where my brain was, because the base Letraset marker that I used was a water-based marker. So it was actually the marker was moving, which was fine. Let's see, I think I'm going to take some of this dark green and put it in the berry leaf that's right here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, I'm picking up a little bit of the gray because there's a few little mounds here. And there's a little bit of green in that gray, which is good because I can put a little moss on the rocks. That'll be fun. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go back to my angled brush, and I'm going to go into this robin's egg blue. I'm just gonna kind of put that up in the sky a little bit. I'm not gonna modeling is good. Well, it's much easier to put this color in like this and come back and add the colored pencil for the detail, because this gives you a little bit of something to go on. I know you can't see a lot of that, but I'm just putting blue on the page. A little bit of robin's egg blue. Add some more water. Oh no. Paint disaster. I just spilled green paint. So I need to take a break and clean my mess up, which happens. Okay, disaster averted. I've got the blue in, and I just kind of have it in roughly. And I've added a little bit of green because I had looked up some prickly fruit like this, or nuts, or whatever they are, and they're kind of dark green with a purple base. So I backfilled them with the green. And then these acorns, I'm just coloring the caps in with a brown. And this isn't the final step. Like I said, I'm going to put some colored pencil on here too. I'm just base coating this in, and I'm trying to keep it light enough that I can still see the colored pencil lines, or the coloring book lines, so I can add colored pencil. And I just want to get all these little acorn caps in with some of this, is it raw sienna? Burnt sienna. Trying to decide what's cap. Okay, and that is that. And I think that's all the nuts. Now there's the question. I think I'm going to set, well, I'm going to put a little bit of green on that oak leaf. I'll use the light green. We'll just, oh, so much for light green. This is the green that gave me trouble too. There. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'll put a little green over here. Maybe I will, because in here is going to be all green probably. Just trying to, I just want to lighten it up a little. And who's to say where the sky stops and the grass starts and whatever else I want to put in here. I know it's a little scary right now. Guess we're gonna see what happens. Just scrubbing with this brush, or brush. Yeah, brush, paintbrush. Okay. Well, gonna let this dry, and I'll just add a little bit more. See, now I can't stop. Story of my life. I'm gonna add a little more gray. To these rocks over here, these little pebbles. I'm gonna put a little gray in down here. And then maybe a little bit of this darker green. Don't worry, if it was a painting, I'd be in big trouble. It's not a painting. This is just a base. And that's too dark. I need to suck that back off. There we go. Okay. Okay. We'll let that dry. I don't know. Maybe I'll upload it like this and then go on with a color pencil in the next segment. Maybe what I should do, should I base coat the squirrel too before I get nope, maybe we'll wait. Let me do that a different way. Okay, so I will end this here. This picture's just base coated with some acrylic paints for a base coat, and I will come back and we will do some colored pencil work. So stay tuned.